Have you ever felt it, that silent pull, like someone is trying to reach out, but something holds them back? A text that never gets sent, a glance that lingers just a second too long, a question that feels heavier than the words themselves. You tell yourself it's nothing, a coincidence, a trick of the mind. But what if it's not? Because here's the truth. People speak volumes, even in silence, and if you know what to look for, you'll uncover what most people never see. Hey everyone, today we're unlocking 6 powerful psychological clues, the hidden ways people reach out without ever saying a word. Clues backed by science, woven into human nature and more revealing than you ever imagined. By the end of this video, you'll never second-guess these moments again. You'll see the world differently, and maybe, just maybe, you'll realize someone's been trying to reach you all along. Clue number 1, the accidental double text, a silent cry for connection. You hear that? That's not just a notification, it's hesitation, vulnerability, and a silent whisper of, I hope they reply. Because this isn't just a meme, it's a bridge, a subtle, almost desperate attempt to reconnect without saying, I miss you. But here's the thing, people rarely come out and say what they truly feel. Instead, they disguise it in something casual, too casual. And yet that second text, the follow-up, that's the crack in the mask. That's their heart speaking louder than their pride. Science backs this up. A 2023 study in communication research found that when someone fears rejection, they send trivial excuses to test the waters. They don't want to admit they care, but they're hoping, praying, that you do. But here's where most people get it wrong. They overthink. They assume it's meaningless. They ignore it. And just like that, the moment passes. A potential connection lost. But not you. You know better now. So the next time this happens, flip the script. Don't just reply. Call out what's really happening. Try this. Oh, you accidentally sent that? What's really on your mind? Watch how the mask cracks. Watch how they finally open up. Because sometimes the loudest cries for connection come in whispers. Clue number 2, the lingering glance. The silent call of connection. There's a language older than words, one that speaks directly to the soul. A lingering glance. We've all felt it, that electric pull when someone's gaze holds yours a fraction longer than expected. And science reveals why. Eye contact lasting more than 1.5 seconds triggers oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It's nature's way of whispering, this person matters. But here's where it gets interesting. If they glance back twice within 30 seconds, they're not just looking, they're searching for a sign, for a connection, for you. And here's where most people miss their moment. They look away, they overthink, they convince themselves it meant nothing. But what if it meant everything? You see, our brains are wired to mirror emotions. It's how we bond, how we build trust, how we fall in love. And psychology proves it. Mirroring someone's body language increases connection by 37%. Journal of Experimental Psychology. So, the next time you catch that glance, hold it for just a moment longer. Give a soft smile. Let them know you see them too. Because sometimes the most powerful conversations happen without a single word. Clue number 3, the humblebrag comment. Ever seen a post that feels like a complaint? But deep down, you know it's not. It's not frustration, it's a cry for recognition. A signal, a whisper in the digital noise, notice me, validate me, make me feel seen. A Harvard study found that 72% of people use humblebrags to fish for compliments. But here's the truth, if they genuinely didn't want attention, they wouldn't post it at all. This isn't vanity, this isn't ego, it's human nature. Deep inside, we all want to matter. We all want someone to notice the things we don't say out loud. But here's the problem. Most people respond the wrong way. Either they roll their eyes and ignore it, or they drop an empty compliment, fueling the cycle without meaning. But you're about to do something different. You're about to flip the script. Next time, don't just say, wow, lucky you. Instead, disarm them. Make them laugh. Make them rethink. Say, that beach looks absolutely exhausting. You must be suffering. Stay strong. You see what just happened? You acknowledged them, but you did it in a way that breaks the pattern. You took something superficial and turned it into a moment of real connection. And that's unforgettable. But not all signals are this obvious. Some are hidden deep beneath the surface, woven into the little things we barely notice, like a single question that seems casual, but isn't. Let's talk about it. Clue number 4, the casual social media tag, a silent whisper from the past, a simple tag, just a photo, just a memory. But is it just that, or is it something more? Because here's the truth. When someone pulls a moment from the past and places it right in front of you, it's not by accident. It's a whisper, a quiet knock on the door of your emotions. Psychologists call this associative bonding. Dr. Robert Cialdini, one of the greatest minds in persuasion, discovered something powerful. Humans are wired to reconnect with experiences that made them feel something. That one photo, it's not nostalgia. It's a bridge, an unspoken invitation back to a shared world that once existed. So what do? Ignore it? Pretend it doesn't stir something inside you? No, you acknowledge it, but on your terms. Try this. Haha, that was epic. We should recreate this, but this time with more tacos. Why? Because that response does something brilliant. It keeps the door open without pressure. It flips the energy from lingering in the past to creating something new. And in that moment, you take control of the unspoken conversation. Because connections don't die. They just wait for a reason to come back to life. Clue number 5, the offhand question, a silent invitation you can't ignore. There are moments in life when words carry more weight than they appear to. A simple question, but is it really? They're not just asking about your weekend. They're testing the waters, searching for a way in without making themselves vulnerable. A study published in Psychological Science reveals that people often phrase invitations indirectly to shield themselves from rejection. Because rejection, it stings, and humans by nature avoid pain. But here's what they're really saying. Would you spend time with me if I asked? Am I important enough to be in your plans? Do I matter to you? This is where most people miss the moment. They respond vaguely, they brush it off, and just like that, an opportunity for connection fades into silence. But not you. Not anymore. The next time this happens, flip the script. Don't just answer, ignite the spark. Say this, not yet. Why? Plotting something fun. Watch what happens. Watch their face light up. Watch hesitation melt into relief. Watch the doors of possibility swing open just because you chose to see beyond the words. Because in the end, every great connection, every unforgettable story starts with one small moment, one question, one choice to say, yes, I see you. Yes, I hear you. Will you recognize it when it comes? Clue number 6, the silent message behind a random gift. Some messages don't come in words. They come in gestures, in the quiet offering of something small, yet deeply intentional. A random gift, it's never random. It's a whisper in the language of human connection, a silent echo of I see you. You matter to me. Why does this touch us so deeply? Because science confirms what the heart already knows. It's not about the size of the gift, it's about the thought behind it. A groundbreaking study from the University of Virginia found that small, unexpected acts of kindness create stronger emotional bonds than extravagant gestures. Because unlike grand gifts, which can feel performative, the smallest ones feel real. Think about it. A small plant, a handwritten note, a coffee left on someone's desk. It's not about the object. It's about the message hidden inside. I thought of you when you weren't around. You live in my mind, even when you're not in the room. And here's the secret. These gestures are bridges, silent invitations to deepen a connection. But here's where most people go wrong. They overthink the response. Should you match it? Should you give something bigger? Should you ignore it? Here's what truly matters. Acknowledge. Don't escalate. See, human connection isn't a transaction. It's an echo. You don't need to outdo their kindness. Just let them know they were heard. A simple "this made my day" or a tiny gesture in return, that's enough to make the connection real. So now, think back. Has anyone left you a random gift, a small, unnoticed act of care? Maybe it's time to acknowledge it, and if you've ever done this for someone, just know, even if they didn't say it, you left a mark on their heart. Connection isn't just about words, it's about the spaces between them. The silent moments, the unspoken invitations, the small, almost invisible gestures that whisper, I see you. Do you see me? We spend so much of our lives wondering, does this person care? Am I overthinking this? But what if I told you the answer has been in front of you this whole time, hidden in the glances, the texts, the quiet ways people reach for you without saying a word? The truth? We all crave connection, but fear holds us back. Fear of rejection, fear of being too much, fear of not being enough. But what if, just this once, you listened? What if you stopped doubting and started noticing? What if, instead of overthinking, you leaned in? What if you answered the unspoken call before it became a missed opportunity? Here's my challenge for you. The next time you notice one of these clues, don't ignore it. Respond with curiosity, with kindness, with courage, because behind every subtle sign, there's someone hoping you'll see them. And before you go, think of one person who might be missing these signs in their own life. Share this video with them, because maybe, just maybe, there's someone out there waiting for a sign from you too.